Yeah. So, however, if it's a logical and reasonable reason or concern, that is what the father has, that is making him say, "Oh, I don't want you to marry this man," I will understand. But those facts, those reasons have to be made plain and known to the daughter, so that the daughter will
Age.
have a reason, to think and say, you know what, it's not going to work. And so now, when you're talking about age, right? Talking about age 64. When this person, I have seen some 64 that are very young, they dress like fancy, you don't even know they're 64 because they exercise, they take care of themselves and all of that. But age shouldn't determine if the man is going to give the daughter's hand in marriage to this man or not. Number one, everything boils down to feeling. Is there a true love? How does the daughter feel about this? But the father also have the right to share his opinion. But his opinion, it doesn't mean for the father shares his opinion, that opinion must supersede the feeling the daughter have for that man, or the feeling the man have for the daughter. Does that make sense? And so now, putting in maybe 2.25 million or whatever, if the father's opinion is sellable, and it has a value to it that you can buy it by 25 million, that means that man is biased. You understand me? For me, as a parent,
so for you would say no, right?
If I have a reason to say no, and I say that I don't see a future, I don't see my daughter, making the right decision by going in that route, it doesn't matter if you give me $1 billion, whatever, it won't change that. So if that once money is involved, you make it transactional. It's no more, wanting to make the best decision for your daughter. Do you understand what I mean? And so now, with that man, I will tell this man, if you accept that 25 million naira, that means you are selling your daughter, even when you knew that your mind don't carry it. This man is not somebody that you would recommend for your daughter, and you went ahead and collect the money and give your blessing. That means you sold your daughter. So your disapproval was not fully rooted on a fair judgment based on what you think is best for your daughter.
I see.
Do you understand what I mean? So that is what I will say. So in my mind, this is what I would recommend. Don't let money be the foundation that will determine if you're going to allow your daughter marry this man or not. Look at that, follow up and look at this man based on the age. There are some people that are 64. They're in a deplorable state. Either they are overweight or they're weak. They
even have underlying medical condition.
Yes, they might have underlying medical condition or whatever. You might tell your daughter, is there a way to find that? Because me now, if I'm giving my daughter that advice, it's probably because I feel, okay, this man is 64. If you add another 20 years to 64, my daughter might end up pushing a wheelchair. So I don't want my daughter to undergo that pain or undergo that stress. Okay, so that is valid to me. Okay, and if that is my fear, whether you give me $25 billion, whatever, it's not going to change it. I will still tell you the truth, the hard truth. My daughter, if I don't think this is the best choice for you, because when you look at all those underlying issues, whatever, I feel you might end up suffering. You might end up, being, the house help, or trying to make sure your husband is okay, and he might even die even before you turn maybe 40 or 30 something. You understand? And so that would be a valid thing. So it shouldn't be based on money. Money can come, money can be secondary. You understand? So that is my take on that. Does that make sense?
It makes a whole lot of sense. Thanks for coming around.
Right. Naturally, if as a father you accept that kind of money, immediately it was presented to you. You understand? It will look like you're actually selling out your daughter. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if in the long run, after establishing some level of relationship with the man, and you realize that, okay, there's humanity in this man, he's not actually getting to my daughter or not giving me the money just because he wants to marry my daughter. Do you understand? Then the money will subsequently come as a gift. But also note that we have different perceptions. When you talk about people, you have to understand the mindset of that person presenting the money. There are people who believe that money or gifts, in short, gifts in general, in social psychology, I know, sorry, I think it's in I can't remember the part of psychology, but there's this thing that is called under motivation. We call it intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. You understand? When you have some group of persons that you want them to quickly do something for you, you want them to respond on time. You understand? You give them 1 or 2 tips, so that way they will be able to. It will motivate their behavior. You understand? To respond and exhibit whatever you want them to do for you quickly instead of delay. So there are people who have this mindset that money makes the world goes around. So hence,
if you want to choose and love, but what's your advice? So he threw it to the public. If you were to advise this man, sir, what would you say to him?
If I was to advise, that's the father of the lady.
The father.
I think first of all, for the man to, after they must have told him that he's, look at the age. Obviously, he knows that, okay, that means his in-law is going to be older than him, yeah. So which I really think, as an African, in your mind is going to be like, who's going to be respecting who now? You understand me? So when this man respects me, he can, maybe if he respects me, it's just going to be okay because you are the father of my father of my wife. But in an African setting, we know that doesn't work. Yeah, because now who's going to be prostrating for who? You understand? An older man, imagine they are Yorubas or even any tribe in Nigeria generally. The suitor who is now older than what's it called? Than the in-law, he cannot come and prostrate for his in-law because he's older than his in-law. So you see where
no, but your in-law is always superior in an African society.
No, your in-law is always superior, but you will never prostrate for your in-law when you're older than him. Oh. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, I never knew that. Oh.
Okay, on hearing the gift that the in-law wants to present, you understand? What if the man also changed his mind because he perceived the level of generosity that the in-law has in the long run?
But after this man requested me to send my account details for 25
but mommy,
million.
From what you know, see what we have here is a question. It's not as it has not been done already.
It has not been delivered. Exactly. That's what I was
trying to. That's why we're advising the man. Listen, my brother, that's why we're giving the man the good advice. We're not adding fact. We're not subtracting fact. Tell the man. See, this your long
about. If the question is, should he take the money or not? Is that what the question is all about?
That's it. The man is now saying, what do they want him to do? He's requesting for his account. Stick your ground. No, you're not getting my account.
Yeah, if it's about him accepting the money or not.
Yes, I think I don't want you marrying my daughter. Stick to your gun.
I think my initial statement already justifies or explains what mommy said. If it's about accepting the money or not, you get it. Like I said, he does not necessarily have to accept the money now. Naturally, that money will come as a gift later.
Yes.
Do you understand? So just establish a common ground with the man. Try to know the reason why he wants to marry your daughter.
The respect and integrity.
Exactly. So after that, if you see that, okay, he wants to marry your daughter because, your daughter wants to marry him because of the humanity in him, and he wants to marry your daughter for maybe because of love, which I'm not sure would ever be, because if you say he's 5 years old man is in love with a 24 years old man, my brother, something else. I don't know how to. I don't really know how to explain that, but it is very possible for a 25 years old girl to be in love with a 65-year-old man. You understand?
Consider subscribing to my channel. It's free and it's fun. You can join the squad and you won't miss out on any of my future uploads.